Hey Fat Friends, Kristen here. Today we're talking about river shoes. So today we're talking about river shoes. And I have a lot of opinions about river shoes. Let's first start with what we're using the shoes for. Today I'm talking about shoes for the river, for kayaking and going downriver camping, that kind of thing. So when I'm looking for water shoes that I want to use on the river, the first thing I'm looking for is shoes that will work in the water and on dry land. I want shoes that will stay on my feet even when the mud and the rocks don't want them to. I want shoes that have grippy soles and will help me stay upright on slippery rocks and slopes and things. And then I want shoes with substantial enough soles that will stay on my feet when I'm walking on gravel bars. And hey, it doesn't hurt if they look cute enough to wear to town. So first thing is I want my shoes to work in the water and on land. The second thing I'm looking for is shoes that keep the rocks out, or at least most of the rocks out. I haven't found a shoe that keeps all of them out and meets the other criteria. But I want shoes that keep the majority of the rocks and gravel out, because it's no fun to walk around with gravel in your shoes. So I see a lot of people wearing sandals on lakes and rivers, and I've never been a fan of sandals because they don't keep the rocks out, and it's a battle all day long washing them out from under your feet. So look for shoes that keep the rocks out. The third thing is you need high quality, well constructed shoes. Let me tell you a little story. So one time on the Buffalo River, I bought some $5 shoes for $15 at the Outfitters, and they were just your basic $5 Walmart water shoes. And by the end of the first day on the Buffalo River, after a couple of portages and dragging, it just looked like I was wearing paper towel on the bottom of my feet. They did not hold up. So if you're going to do any extensive time on the river, you want high quality shoes that you can count on to protect your feet, because walking around on river rocks is no fun barefoot. The fourth thing you want for water shoes that you use on the river is shoes that dry quickly. If you're lucky enough that the sun shines and the breeze blows and you buy some high quality, well constructed shoes that dry quickly, you'll be able to put on dry shoes in the morning when you wake up. And that is quite a treat after a few days on the river. So the fifth thing that I want to talk about is you want shoes that stay on your feet in moving water or mud or muck. So make sure that your shoes tie, adjust, fit right, whatever you need, but they need to stay on your feet. If you fall off the river, if you fall off your boat, end up out of your boat for some reason, those shoes need to stay on your feet to protect your feet while you're getting things figured out. So where I've landed with shoes is Astrals. These are my original grubby Astrals, as you can see, and my newer Astrals. And these have served me well. They have a special sole for walking on the river that gets kind of grippy and tacky and sticky. They keep 97% of the rocks out. Sometimes when my feet sink down into the rocks, like if I'm standing in the river fishing, I might get a little tiny sand and gravel. These are Astral Brewis, and Astral makes several different styles of kayaking shoes. They make a high top that I think would probably be even better for keeping rocks out. They make lighter, smaller shoes. These are they're middle-sized ones. They make them in regular and wide, and they're not cheap, but they last a long time. They have nice, thick, sturdy soles. They're reasonably attractive. I can wear them to town as well. They dry fast. You can walk on the heels if you need to. They have ports for the water to come out in the front and back and sides, and so far these are my favorite thing. A lot of my friends use the NRS boots. I would like to try those as well, but I never have. I do worry that their sole is too flexible and thin for walking out of the water on gravel bars and spending a lot of time, like if you have to drag your boat and stuff and walk through rocks and mud. I think a thicker sole, firmer sole is better. These stay on well in the water. You can tighten them or loosen them to be comfortable, and I would say they meet most of the criteria most of the time, and you'll enjoy them. And remember, the outdoors is for everybody.